Alright, back again, 21st of April 2016. Just going back to our monastery here, along this little walkway. Some olive trees over here, springtime vegetation around, flowers blossoming, everything is coming to life. And the mountain breathing its own air. Let me just take a break right here under this olive tree, as you can see. Mount Athos, the holy mountain. And just being here without just me and the mountain, I will tell you, it doesn't get holier than this. Well, it does if you're inside the monastery, of course. But nature-wise, as good as it gets. Well, Cancun and Acapulco and Florida and Cuba and Dominican Republic. And you got a new competitor right here. That is, if people find out about it. Which the Jew, of course, won't allow. That won't be in his interest. So you will continue looking at commercials on CBS, NBC, and ABC and their local affiliates, which will always tell you the right places to go on your break. Mediterranean Ocean just down there. A little walkway here leading up to one of the highest peaks in all of Greece, which is Mount Athos, the Garden of Mary, Holy Mary, Holy Virgin Mary. Το περιβόλι της Παναγιάς. Right there, that's the peak. Mount Athos, over 2,000 meters high. There you go. I want to film this mostly for my Montreal, Quebec, Canada. A very good child, high school friend of mine for many years, and hopefully he makes a decision to come and visit this place, because it will be like nothing else he ever has or will ever see and experience again. Yeah, it's a long trip, but it's all worth it. As you can see, the little walkway just leading you down a slope over here, the cliff. And of course, you can't go down this way. You'll end up following those bushes there. And who knows where else. Probably in the Mediterranean. I can't go up this way. There's nothing but a high cliff over here. So there's only this little walkway. And this is how you get from one monastery to the next. Whether it's by foot or by donkey, which a lot of monks do. They ride donkeys, or they have donkeys carry their luggage, bags. And it's the only way to get around Mount Athos. From one monastery to the next. Just keep on walking like this. It's been going on for thousands of years. Well, over 1,000 at least, that's for sure. Our famous monastery, Agion Oros, Saint Dionysius. It's been built over 700 years ago. There it is, right there. Let me zoom up here. Let's zoom that up right there. Okay, that's Agion Oros Monastery. Okay. You can probably hear the waves from the ocean down below. And here are some wild olive trees just hanging on the cliff on the mountain here. And so we're going back to the monastery. We're just walking on this cliff, on this very, very narrow, as you can see, it's very narrow. This is the only way to get from one monastery to the next, unless you take the boat, of course, which is twice a day. So if you want to come at this time or any time, then this is the only way. As you can see, there's my foot right there. As you can see my foot. If I just place it over here, that's it, I'm gone, I'm down. I'm trying to hang on here, as you can see. If I go further down, that's it, I'm down that cliff. There's no stopping that afterwards. You're all the way down the beach, which is about 100 meters down those rocks down there. So this is how monks do it, how monks get from one place to the next. It's not easy, but then all the easy things in life are what eventually ruin a man, because you have it so easy for so long, then you just get spoiled. And once the heartaches start coming around, then you quit. But if you never get used to the easy things in life, then you never quit. Simple as that. This is why the monks devote their entire lives and they never leave monasteries. They come here as kids, some of them, and they die here. And that's how they do it. The same way as they've been doing it for over 1,000 years. Just walking along these pathways, going to Mass 3 times or 4 times a day, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you can believe that, 7 days a week. There are no off days for monks here, no vacation periods. It's just work and work. Whether it's through prayer, physical work, or doing the daily chores. It's non-stop. It's not easy. But for them it is. Because for them this is the easy life. The hard life is to avoid sin. That's where the real battle takes place for them, not for us. You know, the evil one has us when he wants us, where he wants us, whenever he wants us. Because we fall victim to temptation, but they try to avoid it. And by trying, they have to try very hard, and that is their hard work. So once again, I present you the rough spots or the beauty places of Mount Athos. Take a look around, maybe this is a place for you. Maybe you've been thinking a long time about coming here. And maybe you just haven't quite made up your mind yet. People come here from all over the world. There are monks here who have been in the US, Australia, Canada, the UK, professionals, civil engineers, lawyers, doctors. That's it. They came here, devoted their lives here to prayer, being close to God, and they died here. And some of their remains are actually found at that monastery, which later on I might be able to show you. So whether you're a mountain climber, or somebody who just wants to be close to nature, or most important of all, close to God. You might be thinking of coming here. It's an option. You won't have the sunny beaches or the snack bars or the taverns or the nightclubs, but you will find peace. If that's important to you, well, you might consider it. That's if you want to find peace. If you want to find it, make an effort, I think you will. I've been filming now for quite a few minutes. As you can see, there's nothing around here, just this mountain, trails, monasteries, monks devoting the entire lives just living here. This place, don't forget, is self-sustained. They grow their own food. Venture out to the so-called real world only rarely, by necessities. Most of them just live here. They sustain themselves here, and believe me, they don't miss the outside world at all. Is this place for a person like me? I don't think so. The evil one's got a hold of me, just as it's got a hold of you. From the fake real world. But once in a while, it's nice to get a throwback of what life should be for a man, for a person. 9 to 5, working for some company, faceless creature who's enjoying themselves with 7 boats at the Bahamas. I don't think so. You only live once. And that's it. It's not going to be for many years. Consider if you come here, what, 30, 25, 40. How many years have you got left? For sure. But you've got to make a living. Got to pay the bills. Got to feed your kids. Put them to school. You decided to live that way, and most people did, like I. But some people didn't. Some people said, there is another way. The real way. And for them that is life. The only life they know, the real life. And I would say the only life worthy for a man to live. So right now I'm having a break right here just on this rock. Well, I'll just stand up and show you where I'm sitting, just right here on this rock under this bush over here. Okay, it's very hot today, 21st of April 2016, and I just needed to relax, just take a break. Anyone can come here, by the way, if you're interested. All you have to do is just contact one of the monasteries. There are many, Mount Athos. And make a reservation, book a reservation. If you need further information, you can contact me. I'll probably post this on the web. on YouTube maybe, I don't know. And I'll tell you the details how to get here. If you're an Orthodox Christian, it obviously helps. It's going to be easier for you to get in. If you're a Greek person and have been away, like myself, for many years in Canada, and decided to come back, or you just want to visit once in your lifetime, it's a trip that you will not forget. I'm telling you right now, there are no beaches here, no pool bars, okay? You won't be going to the beach with your wife and kids. Well, because first of all, women are not allowed here. This place is for men only, males only. You can bring your kids as long as they are male. And I stress that, because if you decide to bring your daughter, you're going to be refused, yourself and your daughter. You'll be turned back, that is. So, this is it. You will be at the monastery, you will have a room. You will be given a room, a small cell, depending how many people, with a bed and a few, maybe a chair or a desk. The entrance fee to Mount Athos is €25. It's about, what, $40, something like that. Canadian, that is. You will go to Uranoupolis. It's very easy to find. There are buses from Thessaloniki, or you can just rent a car at the airport. Once there, you will go to the office, registry office. You will pick up your invitation, which usually lasts for about 4 days. But there's always exceptions. If there are not too many people in the monastery, you could end up staying for 5, even 10 days. So if you're planning to take a trip to Greece, if you're a Greek, planning to visit your village, maybe take 10 days, 2 weeks off, go to places where you want to go first, then you want to pass by here for a few days, that can also be done. I'm filming this for a personal friend, for a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. This is not an advertisement for any monastery or for myself or anything like that, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. Why I'm doing this? Because just like you, I'm born and raised in Montreal, Canadian citizen. Lived and worked there for many years. Decided to come back to Greece. And I was lucky enough to find a friend where I was working to bring me here. Of course, at first I had my doubts, and I heard a lot of crazy stories of people going there, never leaving, and changing your mind and mind-altering meditation techniques. And believe me, don't believe any of that hype. Who comes up with that? Well, probably the Jews. Their media, of course, not them personally. And other people. But don't take my word for it. Why don't you come here and judge for yourself? You could come here and leave at any time. No strings attached. What have you got to lose? Much to gain and nothing to lose. I'm sure a couple of days, or maybe 4 or 5 days from your life won't be a major sacrifice. And you know what? It can really, really help you out. Why?